Hey, good people. I want to talk about Walter Reed since it's in the media right now with the Ebola story. If you've seen my blog post before, I cover the conspiracy of 33. I started this blog long before the Ebola scare, and it just fits right into my research along with Walter Reed. So let's start with Walter Reed. What I'm telling you is Walter Reed, the entire existence, is a gigantic conspiracy. He was born in the year 1851, emphasis on 51. He died at the age of 51 on November 22nd, 1122. That's the first day of Sagittarius. I'll explain why that's important at the end. 11 plus 22, of course, is 33. So, also, with regards to that number 51, the word conspiracy in gematria sums to 51. And think about Area 51. Okay. Walter Reed. Walter sums to 79. Reed sums to 32. The name is 111 when you combine it. Walter Reed equals 111, a bunch of ones. Walter Reed Army Institute of Research, abbreviated WRAIR. I just did a post on this the other night with CNN standing outside. Sums to 33 with the smaller method, and 69 the larger method. It should be noted that the name Thomas Eric Duncan sums to 69. Think about that. The cycle, the yin and the yang. Thomas is 22, Eric is 26, the God number in gematria. Duncan is 21. And on a side note, with Duncan down in Texas, who plays for the San Antonio Spurs, notice the Spurs have U's all over their court. U is the 21st letter. Spurs sums to 21. Duncan sums to 21. There is a conspiracy of 21 going on in San Antonio. Another Texas place, side topic. So, also at Walter Reed Institute of Research, right now, they are experimenting on 39 people as reported in the media. 39 people. The word people in gematria sums to 33, a number often paired with 39. These are the first 39 people to have the Ebola vaccines tested on them. So anyway, just reading about all this, it's made me want to investigate Walter Reed more, learn more about it. I wanted to know who Walter Reed was because I didn't know before. So Walter Reed is known for researching yellow fever and connecting the disease to mosquitoes. Before that, they thought maybe it was just transmitted from humans touching each other. He found out it came from mosquitoes. Reminds you of malaria, which Walter Reed Institute also researches. Okay, so yellow sums to 29 in gematria, which reduces to 11. Same with fever, also sums to 29, reduces to 11. So yellow fever, you could say, is 1111. Interestingly enough, the word mosquito in gematria sums to 39. Mosquitoes remind me of little vampires. Vampire also sums to 39. Interesting, right? In the United States, the worst epidemic of yellow fever occurred in 1793. Notice how 93 is the reverse of 39. 93 is the number of Thelema. Flight 93 on 9/11 had 33 passengers. The 93 World Trade Center bombings. There's more. Anyhow, the yellow fever epidemic ended on the date of November 9th, 1793. Look at 11-9. I was just talking about 9/11. Think about 11-9. That's also the day the Berlin Wall fell. In gematria, the word Berlin sums to 33, as does Dresden, the site of the worst massacre in all of World War II, even worse than anything that happened in Japan. Also, the other way to extract the date, 11 plus 9 plus 93, it sums to 113. This number they like to code into so much. 113, the reverse of USA, which is 311. And then the other way to get the numerology for that date, it sums to 31, which has a numerology of 4. 31 is the foundational degree of Scottish Rite Freemasons. So, more recently, in the history of the Walter Reed Research Institute, they had their largest study ever done. It was called the Thai trial, also known as RV144. The word corporation sums to 144. The phrase mark of the beast sums to 144. A second ago I said Walter Reed was assassinated on November 22nd, 1902. 11/22 is the first day of Sagittarius. Sagittarius also sums to 144, like Corporation and Mark of the Beast. It's also the day JFK was assassinated. Revelation 7:4, 7:4, like the nation's birthday, like gematria, like English, like so many important words sum to. Revelation 7:4 says, "And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all of the tribes of the children of Israel." So there's that number, 144,000 within Revelation 7:4. And I wish I could say that's it, but it's not, because it took place in Thailand, one of only 8 nations in the world with a 33 gematria. And when I was first doing this research once upon a time, and I took the time to decode all the countries of the world, I showed some people who were skeptics about what I had uncovered, and they thought it was crazy. But then when I started showing them facts like this, their eyes started to open. Because not only does the name Thailand sum to 33, look at what the date it changed its name to Thailand also sums to 33. And it happened in the year 39. We've just been talking about 33 and 39. It's like this all throughout the world. Uruguay is the only country in South America with a 33 name. It was established in history by a movement called the 33 Orientals. Brunei is one of the 8 33 nations in the world. It's a very tiny nation, but one of the highest grossing in terms of oil profits. It's on the island of Borneo, which also has a gematria of 33. There's just so much of this evidence. And in total, what it amounts to me is it shows me who is behind the conspiracy, how it works, and why they keep continuing to code these same numbers into all they're doing. I see it as their trademark. To them, it might be a bragging right. Notice the abbreviation TM, trademark, is 20 plus 13, sums to 33. Flip that around. MT is the abbreviation we use for mountain, also sums to 33. The word peak, which we think of when we think of mountains, sums to 33. So, there it is, people. Walter Reed, where our Ebola research is happening, is just another central tool, asset in the conspiracy of 33. Hope you learned something new.